Hello, so I wanted to talk about the practical applications of Dreamwork. I've been doing Dreamwork for over a year now and learning a lot about it. And the thing about it is that it's hard at first to know how this actually applies to your real life, right? So I'm just going to try to explain using my own experience how dream symbols actually affect or can affect your life. My kettle's whistling, so I'm just gonna go grab my tea. Okay, so basically the deal is dream symbols allow you to access energy that is not really available to your ego, right? Like things that you have split off because you just don't identify with it. Your ego is like, no, I'm not really like that. But then your dream will show you that energy that you don't identify with and allow you to access it. So, for instance, I had a dream about this bear. And the bear was sort of walking around like a wrestling champion, like a boxing champion, like walking around a ring. There was a crowd. The bear was like all pumped up. It was kind of like a human like bear. And the bear was like doing this like victory tour thing, and it was like really all pumped up. And so I woke up and I wrote that dream down, and so I had that image of the bear in my mind. Now, the next few days, or the next day, I had an encounter at work where I felt maybe disrespected by somebody or overlooked by somebody, and my normal way of being is that I will sort of shut down, I will become smaller. But when that happened, this image of the bear popped up in my mind. And suddenly I felt the bear's energy. Like I remembered the scene of the bear from my dream in that situation where I normally would have shut down and just become smaller and shy. But I thought about this bear, and suddenly I started walking around like this bear, like I was standing up straight. I just had this bear's energy. Because that bear is a part of me, right? That bear is inside me. My psyche conjured the image. It's there, it's in there, right? So I have access to that energy, that confident bear energy. And it made me smile in that moment, because I realized that I was accessing that bear energy and that it was helping me to not shut down, and I was just being mindful of what was happening inside of me. So that's one way those dream symbols can help us, because they become memories, right? Dreams become memories. You remember your dream, and then it's like it happened to you. It's like something that happened to you in your life. Another dream symbol, dream image that I had was I had just gone through a breakup, and the night after the breakup I had this dream of this little rat. It was this little black rat, really cute rat, not like a gross rat, like a ratatouille looking sort of rat. And he was all wet, and he was just sitting there crying, right? And in the dream, I was trying to like force him to drink this medicine. And he was coughing and spluttering, and I was just like, here, just, drink the medicine, stop crying. And so I woke up and I thought about this dream, and what happens in your dream, what your dream ego does, which is like, yourself in the dream, is your tendency in waking life. That's what you tend to do. So my dream was showing me that my tendency was to try to just medicate and numb and force this little vulnerable instinctive part represented by the rat, this emotional part, to just shut down and just stop crying, just get over it, move on, take some medicine and just stop feeling this. And so the dream showed me that tendency in myself. And so when I woke up and thought about this dream, I realized, like, oh yeah, I might be doing that, right? I might be doing that. I might be not letting myself feel this really small, crying, instinctive part in myself. I might just be trying to ignore it and suppress it. And that's not healthy, right? So in my waking life, I would hold this dream image in my mind of this crying rat, and I felt a lot of empathy for it, and I felt so bad for it. It was so cute and just so sad, and that made me cry. Like, that allowed me to access that pain in myself, that sadness in myself, and that grief that I might otherwise have repressed and ignored. So that it allows you to have a healthier relationship to those inner parts of you, and it allows you to see what your tendencies are. The dream showed me my tendency was to just try to shut that part up, but I am aware that that's not a healthy way to be. That causes issues down the road when you don't allow yourself to feel your feelings. So just recognizing the autonomy also of these images, the autonomy of these parts. That rat was just crying. It needed to cry. It was crying. It was sad. I needed to let it cry, right? So yeah, that's just a practical application for dreams. It allows you to have a healthier relationship to your inner world, to your instincts. It's not always easy to decipher, but it's really worthwhile to start paying attention to the images and just hold them in your mind. I had this dream the other day. It's hard for me to know what the people in my dreams symbolize sometimes. Like, I had a dream of my ex's brother, and I'm like, why would I dream about that? What would he be representing in my psyche? But anyway, when I think about the qualities that he has, I would say logical, a thinker, hardworking, dedicated, focused. So maybe it's representing all those parts in myself. And in the dream, he was doing Dreamwork and like he was writing in a journal, and I told him in the dream, like, wow, that's a really good use of your synthesizing powers, your synthesizing abilities is to do this dream work. And then in the dream I told him, I don't always know what to do with the information that I get from my dreams. And then I said, but maybe that's just my tendency is to want to do something with it, instead of just letting it be. And he said, yeah, sometimes you're not meant to do anything with it. You're just meant to hold the symbol. You're just meant to hold the information and let it change you just by knowing about it, right? So I thought that was interesting, an interesting dream discovery, and it shows me that I'm aware of my natural tendency, and I'm also aware of the other side of it, that I have a tendency to want to just operationalize things and make it practical and apply it apply all the information, but sometimes that's not the right way to go. Sometimes the right way is just know about it, just know about it, hold the information in your mind, in your heart, in your mind's eye, and just be aware. Just let it expand your awareness, and that will have effects on you, on your behavior, on your thought patterns. It'll have effects that aren't immediately apparent, but it changes you slowly. So I hope that's maybe helpful for someone getting into dream work and trying to understand how to relate to it and apply it. I think it's really, really worthwhile. I think it makes you a better person, and it fosters a relationship with yourself, which is the most important relationship that you have, is the one with yourself. And and it allows you to be more honest with yourself, with your life, and to discover yourself. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna drink my tea now, and I'm sure I'll make more videos about this in the future.